What's up, guys? You know, we got a nice little day in the life golf vlog, but also a little bit of educational information related to my ESP 103 class. So we're gonna have a great time today. We're gonna have fun. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. We're gonna play some golf. It's gonna be fun. Yep, here we go. What's up, guys? So a little bit of a change of plans today. They did not have any tee times whatsoever for me to go out and play on the course for the little vlog. So we're gonna change it up a little bit. Still do the same type of thing, same discussion, same in-depth about all my assignments, except we're just gonna do it on the range instead of actually on the course. So the first one I was gonna talk about was A0, the introduction to creativity. I think that actually pairs really well in comparison to going out and playing. I would compare this to being on the range and practicing beforehand, because it kind of gives you an idea of what we were going to be doing in this class before. I really didn't know. And on the range here, before you go out to a round, you kind of get an idea. Are you swinging well? Are you hitting well? That type of thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We have found our way onto the course somehow, and we're actually gonna play. So this is gonna be a lot more fun than me just sitting there talking with the vlog here. So, you know, like I said with A1, just a quick discussion, trying to get off to a good start in the class, learn a little bit about creativity, just like I'm kind of trying to do here in golf. Just, you know, get off to a good start. Yeah, learn a little bit about how the round's probably gonna end up going. So, yeah, I'll keep. All right, par on the first hole. I think that's a pretty good representation of what I did on the assignment as well. A little bumpy. Yeah, I think A1 got me off to a good start, just like that hole did there. So, and then looking forward to what's happening next. Now we're on to hole 2. I would say A2 was probably my favorite assignment that I've done so far. I feel like I came up with a really good idea on way to incorporate golf into my website, and the way I designed it and the time I took to, you know, create it. And I think that, you know, overall, A2, I was inspired a lot by the discussions from A1. So I think that's what really helped me the most in the A2 project, creating that website. We're now on to hole 3. I think that my score for the actual A2 assignment was probably a birdie, and well, I made par. So I've started I'm keeping track against myself here, as you know, my scores versus what I think I got score-wise in my ESP class. So yeah, hole 3 coming up. Here we go. After A3, or hole 3, I like to say, I really feel like I have a good understanding of where I'm at on the day and in the course. I think that, you know, after this point, I felt like I had a good understanding of how long stuff took, how hard it would be for me to analyze, you know, everything, create all these things. And I think on the course, you know, the same thing. After about hole 3, I think I kind of get a good feeling, good rhythm, and that's really what I was trying to build. I just wanted to show you guys the view. This one's pretty cool. A4 was definitely one of the more interesting assignments. I find myself kind of spiraling through the information as I did my interview. So you obviously start out with the original 10 questions, and then after I would get one of those questions answered, I would have another question and another question, and it would just kind of like repeat. I only have one big regret from this assignment was I couldn't find a good way to display all the information that I'd gathered, and that's kind of my one mistake. So that's why I feel like I probably earned, I would say, a bogey. It wasn't quite up to the standards I wanted to set for myself on the 4th assignment here. But overall, it was fun. I've never got to actually interview somebody, so that was cool. The A5 discussion was pretty similar to the other ones. Again, just going into depth, researching some of the, the topic for that discussion, and there wasn't really a whole anything new. That's when we kind of get to the middle of the round. It just kind of gets a little bit stagnant, even though there's, every stroke counts in golf and every assignment counts, but not much to this one. Now, hole 6, or A6, however you want to say it, was actually probably my second favorite assignment that we had. It was the HBDI, and I had to pretend and act more like a person who is of the red type, which is more people person, interacting with people, emotional side, because I am generally more of a quantitative thinker. And it was actually really fun. Just finished up hole 7 there, made a birdie. I wanted to talk a little bit about the resilience chapter. I think resilience and bouncing back is very important. I learned a lot from that. And then that transitioned really well into the Goose Chase assignment A8. And I think that, this was one of the more important discussions, I think, or at least for me. And I learned a lot about myself, and you have to evaluate where you're at before you can really break through, step forward, and start learning more. I suffered a insignificant bogey there. Not really what I was looking for, but missed the green. But anyway, I wanted to talk about A8, how much fun it was getting out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I didn't really suffer that much rejection, but the thought of maybe being rejected when asking a stranger to marry you is kind of concerning. So yeah, I had a lot of fun during this assignment. I think it, one of my big things coming in is I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and this definitely helped that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this A9 assignment. I was a little skeptical and a little bit of this assignment. I wasn't really sure what it was asking at first, and I, at the time, didn't realize that it was like the build up to this A10 and this big project. And looking back, I just absolutely despise all of my ideas that I created during this. And so I brainstormed for a good 3 days on what I wanted to do for this assignment, and I ended up coming up with this vlog idea, which I really like. But all the ideas that I created, I spent a good while on each of them, and I just didn't like anything. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to develop any of those central ideas into a big project like this. And to finish out our day, we got a little tap-in birdie. Because who doesn't love tap-in birdies? Just finished up. Just a quick recap. Shot 36, which is even par. 2 birdies, 2 bogeys. Not too bad overall. I gave myself the same score on my ESP 103 with 1 bogey, 1 birdie. So I ended up tying myself, but I had fun out here today. I'm glad I came out. Just really beautiful day to play golf, so it's fun. I'm gonna head back now, finish up. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later about the big key factors that I learned, but yeah.
We probably should.
Just got picked up by the squad. Everybody say hey.
Hey.
Yeah. So, we're back. It's been a little bit of time. We regrouped. And I just wanted to talk real quick about my big takeaways, my things that, have helped me grow in this course. If I could take away anything from this course, it's just these short few things. And there's actually 2 key takeaways for me. One is getting out of my comfort zone. You're gonna be put in unfamiliar situations, and you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You're gonna be put in front of people you've never talked to before. You're gonna be put, in front of problems that you've never seen before. And you have to be able to start getting used to being in these different situations, all right? This allows you to solve problems and think in ways that you've never been able to before because you've never been put in situations. It's causing your brain to have to think in a different light, in a different way that it's never had to before. And the second, my biggest takeaway from this class is that there is no right answer anymore, okay? A lot of people, especially students, get stuck with the thought that you have to find that there's one right answer, there's one right way to do this, and that's no longer the case. There's an infinite number of solutions to a problem. You may get to the same point, you may find a way that works, but there's hundreds, thousands, infinite different ways you can get there, to solve every problem. And in the future, we'll be asked to solve problems that nobody else can answer. Nobody else knows how to solve this. So you can't be thinking one-dimensionally. You have to be thinking, what about this, what about this? And you have to be thinking in a different light than everyone else, okay? There's no longer a right answer. And if there's one sentence that I've run through my head that I want to take from this class, or that I think other people should take from this class, is that there is no rubric in the real world. You can't rely on other people telling you what to do, following specific directions. You have to be able to, be naturally curious, be willing to find ways and find solutions that nobody's found before, okay? And that's my one sentence. That's my one big takeaway, that there is no rubric in the real world. So, I believe that is it for the vlog. This has been great. This has been fun. ESP 103 is definitely probably my favorite course. It allows me to think more creatively, get out of my comfort zone, and the fact that there is no right answer, okay? We'll be back. Thank you guys very much.